Good morning and welcome to Fun Fold Friday. Rose Ward, stampersdelight.com. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. I know I've been missing in action a little bit lately, but it's the summer and I'm really trying to get out more and enjoy it. So, no worries. I will be back with my Scrapbook Sundays soon and live videos. So let's get started today. I'm going to flip the camera, and what I am using today is Long Time No See. Adorable stamp set. Can't wait for you to see what I've created with it. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a piece of, I think this is the Willow white. Some of my whites got mixed up. And this is 3.5 by 12. Let's just move that up a little bit so you can see that. Then I'm going to take a piece of two-tone cardstock. And I am going to cut that at, what did I say I did this at? I did this at 3.5. So I'm going to do this at 4. So I'm at 4 inches here. Loving the two-tone cardstock. It's definitely a game changer for me so that I don't add so much bulk to my card. Okay, now what I'm going to do, so this would fit right on here, just like that. Okay. I am going to do some stamping first on this long piece. And again, we're using this stamp set. So what I do is, let me grab my memento. I start at the top. I'm going to start with my little, I don't know, whatever he is, an alpaca maybe. I'm going to stamp that down first. Then I'm going to grab this stamp. And I'm going to line that up as best I can. I'm going to try to keep it straight here. My head might get in your way, and I apologize. Oh, that was pretty good. Then I'm going to grab this long ladder stamp. And I'm going to line that up. Again, I might get my head in your way, and I apologize. This is not easy to do on camera. I'm just going to grab that right there. Leave it for a second. And then I'm going to do another one. And this is why I started at the top, because you don't need that whole second one. I love my glass mat. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is grab these little Christmas bulbs, as I call them. And I'm just going to go down on each side, trying to keep my hands off of this. So let's do it this way. I'm not worrying about whether they touch or not. It's easier for me to see this way, but it's a long piece of cardstock. I'm using my memento. Mess that up a little bit, but I'm going to do it now. It's just easier to do it on this side. Just making a border. Great if they line up. No worries if they don't. And again, just a little bit right there. All right. Now to keep it simple, I'm only bringing in a few of my colors here. And I'm using the blends. I'm going to start with my dark petal pink. And I'm using the bullet end. I'm going to then grab my dark crumb cake, again with the bullet end. And then I'm just going to add some dark around his little face. And he's so cute. All right, I'm going to grab the light one. Now, what I usually do, and especially if it starts running out, because you can see the tip has started running out, use your side, which you're supposed to anyway. And I'm just going to fill in around here. And then I'm going to switch to the bullet end again to get the rest of it colored in. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my dark Granny Apple Green. And I'm just going to add some green all around here. So that's green. And you can see I'm just going back and forth here. This is what takes the longest. But you do have some time to blend that in, so I want to use all the green first. Also, today is the last day of free shipping. You want to get in on that because that is a great savings for your wish list. And don't forget to sign up for my August classes, which I forgot to even show you. But all the links are below. I'm going to then go over to the light and just blend that up so there's a little bit of shading. And blend that right where those harsh lines are. I can go back in if I want and add some more darker light when I'm done. This one, I'll probably need a new one. I use this one a lot. Oh, let me see if I have my dark one here. Yeah, let's use this one. Oh, I need the light. Put that one over there because that one's starting to dry out. That's lemon lime twist. Lemon lime twist. All right, we're going back to the light. Where is it? Dark. I got all kinds of dark. All right, well, I guess I'm using this one again. All right. I want to kind of color that quickly, but that point isn't working too well, so let's switch it here. Still looking for my other green one. A lot of coloring. I think all the others are dark. I'm not sure why. What's this one? Dark? Dark? Oh, what's this? Those are lemon lime twist. Very close in color. Let me switch over and try to get some more of that one out. Looks like I need to, wow, perfect timing. I can order some new blends with free shipping. Yay. I'm just going to try to blend that up. Put some light in here. There we go. And then use that again. Where there's a will, there's a way. All right. So now I have some light and dark shades. I'm going to grab my dark real red. I'll do the same thing here. Just adding some dark for the highlights. And for me, I usually start with the dark, but you can start with the light if you'd like. I know everybody has their own way of doing it. All right, let's blend that up. You see how this is a newer one, how nice that end is. And you want to kind of do the side of that. You don't want to get the point. But when you need a smaller part, you use the bullet end. Or nubby end, as I call it. This is what takes the longest, coloring all that. I could have colored it in earlier, but I wanted to show you how I did that ladder. And don't forget, this PDF will be on my newsletter. So if you've already subscribed to my newsletter, you will get that. If you haven't, the link is below, and you can get that video, the PDF. So you can see that I can blend it up a little bit better if I want these harsher lines. I can go in there and just blend those up. I'm not going to do that right now. What I am going to do is I'm going to take the darker blends and I'm just going to add some red over here. And you know, lights on a tree aren't always the same in between. Sometimes I get 3 reds together, so no worries there. I can do the same thing on this side. A lot of coloring, not too bad, but there's, you know, a lot to color here. I don't know about anyone else, but I find it very relaxing to color. I'm just going to throw that on there. Okay. Then I'm going to come in with the green. Now, because I want the dark anyway, my dark granny apple, I'm going to go in here and add some greens. Again, I don't worry about making them perfect. It seems once you have the first color on there, it's a lot quicker doing the second color. You can use the lighter one if you want. And then I'm going to bring in my Lemon Lolly dark. To me, it looks more like the Christmas lights, a little bit brighter, and fill in all the rest. You could add some blues in there if you wanted to, purples, whatever color you like. When I'm doing a live or a video, I like to keep the colors down to like 3 or 4, so I don't have to keep switching everything. But you can add as many colored bulbs as you want. And I do have other samples to show you after we're done, so you're going to want to stay tuned. Don't forget to like my video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on Facebook. It all helps. All right, we're all good. I'm going to then take my dark side, and the reason is I don't have to actually put something on here, but I want it to show up. Plus, I don't want you to see that back piece. So even though this is 12 by 12 also, a little bit hanging off here. I don't care about that. All right, what I'm going to do is I am going to, and I do want this all the way down. You'll see why in a minute. Okay, I'm going to line this up at the top. Bring it down. Now that little bit that might be overhanging, you see that? I'm not worried about that. And the reason I do that is because I need to score this, but I want those score lines exactly the same. So I score it together. And that's another reason why I'm using the two-tone cardstock. It's less weight and it's easier to score. I'm going to go in at 4 inches and score it really good. I'm going to swing that arm out, and I'm going to go to 8 inches and score that again really well. And if you flip it around, you can see that the score lines through there, and that's really what I wanted to do. And then I am going to take my bone folder and give this a really good burnishing. So then my card will look like this, and you'll pull it out like that. So I'm going to bring in a piece of Granny Apple Green, and this is a 1/4 sheet. It is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm going to fold that back up, and I need to change my Stampin' Seal. Make sure when you're changing it, any little goobers that are on there, you get them out, so that when you put your new Stampin' Seal in there, it doesn't get all clogged up. So again, I'm adding quite a bit of Stampin' Seal because I want to make sure that lays flat. I am then going to bring that right up to the top and just leave a little tiny green. And then right here, so you get the idea, this great pull-out card. Right here, I am going to grab my two-tone cardstock. And if you look at this, this is 1 1/2 inches. But I want some green, so I am going to do 1 inch here. And I'm going to do it by 4. And then I'm going to take a piece of white, and since that's 1 inch, this is going to be just a little bit less than 1 inch, whatever that is. And just a little bit less than 4, just so I have a little bit of a white red border around it. I think I need to change that blade, just like that. I'm going to bring in my Merry Christmas and my Real Red. I'm going to add that right to the center. Bringing in this, the little bulbs again. Don't forget to share my videos with your friends. The more the merrier. And then again, bringing in the blends. I'm just going to color those bulbs in. And the yellow. Okay. I'm then going to glue this down using my Stampin' Seal. Make sure I got the right piece here. Make sure I got the dark side. I'm going to add that right in the center. And then I'm going to bring my card in. I'm going to flip that over, and I'm going to use dimensionals. This is when those side pieces that you want to save come in really handy. Whoop. I'm going to just grab this and add that right there. And then I'll do the same thing on this side. I love those pieces for my sentiments. And then you just want to add maybe one on the end here. Looking for my Take Your Pick tool. There you go. Now I got that a little crooked, so I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm just going to squish that in so it's not, so I can hide that. Okay. Then I'm going to add that right here so I still see the red and the green. I'm going to add just dots all over. Doesn't have to be everyone, can be everyone. Oh, my Wink Estella. You get the picture. Add a little color, or a little glitter to this. And I'm doing it really quickly. Just such a tiny spot. Just so those little bulbs shine a little bit. Again, don't forget about the free shipping. Last day is today. And if you're a demonstrator, it's great because you get your discount. If you want to get a discount, join my team. And I can tell you how. And then you can, so you get your discount plus you get free shipping. Okay, we're going to close that. I'm just going to add just to the top here some shimmer. You could do the whole thing if you wanted to. On the back side, I'm going to take a piece of white. And that's going to be 4 inches by 5 1/4. So let's cut the 5 1/4 first. This is where I would sign my card. So I'm going to put for that sentiment, I'm actually going to use a different set for the sentiment And that's the Jar Full of Joy, because this says, wishing you the sweetest Christmas. So we're going to use that sentiment. You can use any sentiment that you want. And we're going to add that right to the back of the card. And then what we're going to do is we are going to bring in some of those peppermint gems. And we'll add some of those around here. And then I always like to put one or two on the sentiment. You can go down as far as you want. I'm just going to add them right here. Look how stinking cute that is. Merry Christmas. And then you can also, you know, put another sentiment in here if you wanted to, but wishing you the sweetest Christmas. Isn't that adorable? So let me show you some other things I did with that set. This one, I did put the Wink of Stella on everything. You can see I outlined it in the dark and then highlighted it. And this is just the opposite colors. And then, of course, this one, I used the dog on the back. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Oh, let me do that. I wanted to show you something really cool. So this dog that comes, let's see if I can do it without messing this up. This dog that comes in the set, if you use the wishing you sweetest Christmas, look at that. It fits right in there. So let's do that. Let's do that. I forgot about that. There's my black memento. And you'll see what I'm talking about. That sentiment fits right between that dog. How cute is that? I'm glad I flipped that over. I forgot all about it. And then the same thing, I'm going to take my dark crumb cake. Normally I would do this before I put it on here. I'm going to color that up. I'm getting ink all over the place. I'll take the light crumb cake. As much as I can get in there. And then I'll switch and blend that up. And then again, bringing in the green. I'm actually going to, because my granny apple is running out, I'm going to grab my lemon lime twist. Very similar. You can see now I'm just tracing around that. And then we'll do the red. So we've got the dark real red. So I color all different ways. How about you? I'll bring in the light. And then again, adding some Wink of Stella. And I can also do, like I did that, and just quickly. Just remember, if you're using like reds and blues, they are going to pull some color, so you got to be careful with that. And then, well, what the heck? Let's do the reds. It also brightens up the colors, I think. I don't want to do the red and the green together because I don't want to mix my colors, you know, like chocolate and peanut butter. And then I'll go back up with the greens. Love my Wink Estella. I think I'll order more today since it's free shipping. That's when I get all my staples. Cardstock, gems. And there we have the same card, 2 different colors. Pull it out. It's so cute. And then again, the little doggy on the back. And this, of course, is the green 2-tone cardstock. So let's see some other cards that I did with this. This was the first one, and I posted that the other day on Facebook. So cute. Such a cute card. This one is with the dog. And then this one I really like because it's got that Need for Tweed card, designer series paper, and the colors just blend in so nice with the red and the greens. And of course, I have Merry Christmas in there. So I hope you enjoyed these today. And remember, the PDF for the Fun Fold will be on my newsletter and my blog later today. Don't forget about free shipping. I'm also going to remind you about checking out my August classes, the white on white with a pop of color. And that we are using the a Christmas set, and just totally forgot the name of it. I need more coffee. And the Label Me Grateful for the monthly class. Now, when you sign up for the monthly class, if you do the subscription plan, you save $5 each month. And at the end of 6 consecutive months, you will get a $25 reward from me, rewards points in your account. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed today's Fun Fold. I hope you have a great weekend. And until next time, keep on stamping, Stampers. Bye.